It's been a few days later again. Just been working so much and whatever. But anyways, I got some dollies from Harbor Freight. It's like I think it was $12.99. But Harbor Freight always has coupons. Lucky thing, I'm gonna check my email. I had it for $9.99. Got $3 so I could roll it around. The frame's completely dry. It's so hot out here. I'm about to put this KB Blast, the blast part, the KBS Blast. It says leave it for 15 minutes or so. If it's not heavily rusted, this is not heavily rusted at all since it got this probably has like some flash rust since it got sandblasted. So I'm gonna go spray this on here. It's like 10:36 right now. I'm gonna wait 15 minutes. Try to get everywhere. So I got it to stand on its side. Good thing because I didn't really have no help. But kind of makes the whatever they call it, the rust gets oxidized or whatever, and that's what's really happening. The KBS Blast finished pretty quick. I had to it said to keep it wet, and the sun's out, so it's kind of drying. So I'm probably gonna leave it less than 15 minutes. But I mean, I don't know what crazy thing is gonna happen if it completely dries, but they said they don't want too much of the whatever they call the white kind of residue that starts forming over the rust to be too much. So that's how I'm gonna wash it out and then figure out. It has to completely dry, so I'm gonna let it completely dry in the sun, which is perfect for it. And then from there, we'll figure out how we're gonna paint it. I might just paint it as much as I could on the side and leave that side out, that's touching the floor. So I'll have everything else painted except that side, and then when I flip it back on the ground on top of these, I'll do that side. The kit I bought, it came with the rust seal, and that's like a quart, and it came with a piece of this black top for if doing anything that is gonna be exposed to the sun. Some thinner, the rust clean, the rust blast. They also gave some little paint brushes, stirrers, and a pair of gloves, which I also got from inside, but it was good of them to include some brushes and sticks anyway. But I'm about to put this on this rust seal here. I got a silver color. I might paint over it. You could paint over it. They said it doesn't really matter if it has any flash rust. If it gets like that gold orange color from flash rust, they say this should still this will actually cover it and seal up all the rust. So the frame did get kind of orange from just drying in the sun. I don't have a compressor to blow it off to dry it immediately, so I let it bake in the sun for like 2 hours. And this one here isn't UV protected, so after it cures or during it cures or whenever, you're not supposed to let this get uh, directly in sunlight. They say it'll still seal, but it could discolor. But yeah. It's 3 hours after. It's still not done. I did everywhere I could see up here. I did some of the pockets on the bottom. Got all over my hands. This is like the fifth pair of gloves I'm using. I laid it on the floor to get the bottom. It had some drips went all over my back, but that's just part of the game. So I still didn't finish the very bottom. I have some pieces I have to finish, but I only took like half a can so far. One thick coat. You're supposed to put two thin coats, but mostly I did thicker coats. This thing is like molasses. It's like a good woman. It's thick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dropping on these dollies and roll in for tonight. This is how I'm gonna get the back done. I mean, not the back, the bottom part. So yeah, that's the only thing that's left on this end. I already put the phosphor on it, whatever that is. The phosphor, it turns into zinc phosphate, and then paint that as well. That's probably painted black though. So this is how the rear end came out. I didn't want to put any of the the KBS on the bolts. I want to pull the bolts out first because I wanted to seize up here because I gotta rebuild the rear end. But this still has to get cut out, guys. Didn't find the time yet. Cut these bolts in between here and pull this whole control arm out. But for the most part, it came out good. I have a few pieces to touch up still. I still have the full can of this, but this is made for UV rays, so it could stay outside. This is a better video. This is how the frame came out. I cleared the front, cleared on the sides, everything. I'm about to put it back inside. But that's basically how this is how the frame came out. I didn't film when I sprayed it because it was just kind of out of the moment. And my brother's frame is the same exact color. My twin brother, so we're just doing 69 and 70 Impalas. Since they go together, we're doing some stuff the exact same. But there we go. Finish all I need now is the suspension and start putting the brakes and fuel lines, brake lines, all that stuff back in.